All right, let's just jump right in. We're about to explore a concept that, well, it might just flip everything you think you know about reality completely on its head. We're talking about an idea where nothing isn't just an absence of something, but the very source of everything.
I mean, really, just stop and think about it for a second. When I see the word nothing, what pops into your head? An empty room, maybe? A blank piece of paper? The vast vacuum of space? See, we're all taught to think of it as a lack of something. But what if that's not just wrong, but the complete opposite of the truth?
And that's the central paradox we're going to dig into. On the one hand, you've got our everyday view of nothing, right? It's just emptiness, absence, a void. But then there's this ancient Indian concept called Shunya, where nothing is seen as this incredible fullness, just packed with all potential. It's a total contradiction. Or is it?
So let's try to unpack that paradox. How in the world can the void be the source of all things? I mean, it sounds completely impossible, right? But what's so wild is that, as we're about to see, ancient philosophy and cutting-edge science are starting to say the exact same thing.
The word itself, shunya, it comes from Sanskrit. And get this, it's actually the root for our number 0, which is a huge clue, but its philosophical meaning is just so much richer. It describes this state where the void isn't empty at all, it's more like a pregnant emptiness, the womb of creation itself.
Now, to really get a handle on this, we've got to go back in time. We need to see how two of the world's great traditions understood this profound idea. And believe me, this isn't some new age concept. This is ancient, deep wisdom.
We're going to look at it through two main lenses. First, in Buddhism, it's a concept called shunyata, which focuses on the emptiness of a fixed, separate self. And then, in Hinduism, it's often connected to Brahman, the formless, absolute reality that everything springs from.
Okay, so here's the crucial point in the Buddhist view, this idea of non-inherent existence. It basically suggests that nothing, not you, not me, not the device you're watching this on, exists all by itself. Everything is completely interconnected. Everything depends on everything else.
You know, a really great way to wrap your head around this is the cup analogy. Think about a cup. Is it a cup because it has some special internal cup soul? No way. It's a cup because of the clay, the person who made it, its shape, and this is the key, the empty space inside that actually makes it useful. It has no independent existence. It's just a web of relationships.
Now let's switch over to the Hindu perspective, which uses this absolutely beautiful seed analogy. If you crack open a tiny little seed, what do you see? Pretty much nothing, right? But an ancient sage would tell you that that very nothingness, that shunya, is the unmanifested potential for a massive banyan tree. The void isn't empty, it's pure possibility.
But this incredible philosophical idea didn't just stay in the realm of spirituality. Oh no. In a move that would literally change the entire world, it became a number.
And this is such a key insight, you guys. The invention of zero wasn't some mathematical accident. It was the logical, numerical expression of shunya. It was philosophy becoming a practical tool that we all use every single day.
Just look at this parallel, it's amazing. In philosophy, shunya is the placeholder, right? It's the canvas that allows the universe to appear. And in math, 0 has no value on its own, but you put it next to a 1 and bam, you've got 10. It gives value. It creates potential. It's doing the exact same job as its philosophical parent.
Okay, so we have this ancient spiritual and mathematical idea. Hold on to your hats, because this is where things get truly mind-bending. Let's fast forward a couple of thousand years to the absolute cutting edge of modern physics. You know, we used to think the vacuum of space was empty. It's not. It's not even close. Quantum field theory tells us that what we call empty space is actually this bubbling, frothing sea of energy. It's jam-packed with quantum fields, these virtual particles that are constantly winking in and out of existence, and a baseline energy that you can never get rid of. In a word, it's full.
And the parallels here between ancient thought and modern physics, they are just astonishing. I mean, look at this. What ancient philosophy called purna, or fullness, quantum physics calls zero-point energy. What they described as creation from sponda, a kind of primordial vibration, physics calls quantum fluctuations. It is almost a perfect one-to-one match thousands of years apart. How is that possible?
The mirror analogy is a beautiful way to understand how this can even work. So imagine the quantum vacuum, or shunya, is a perfect mirror. When a particle of matter appears, it's like an image in that mirror. But at the exact same time, its opposite, antimatter, appears as its reflection. So you have a +1 and a -1. What's the total sum? It's always 0. Something literally comes from nothing, yet the universal balance remains absolutely perfect.
So we can see how this nothing can be the source of all matter. But the connection might go even deeper. I mean, what if this fundamental ground of existence is also the source of something way more mysterious, consciousness itself? Now, I know that might sound a little far-fetched, but the work of quantum biologist Dr. Anirban Bandyopadhyay is providing a really stunning scientific framework for these ancient ideas, connecting the vibrations happening in our own brains to the entire cosmos. This idea he puts forward just captures it perfectly. The theory is that consciousness isn't something the brain creates out of thin air. Instead, the brain is acting more like a highly sophisticated receiver, like a radio, tuned into that spanda, that universal vibration of consciousness that's already out there, existing within the vacuum. His model, the frequency fractal model, suggests that the entire universe is a fractal pattern of clocks within clocks. It all starts with vibrations inside the tiniest structures of our neurons, our microtubules. Those resonate with the rhythm of the entire brain, which in turn resonates with the cosmos itself. From the microscopic to the cosmic, it's all one seamless vibrating system, and it's all emerging from that same fundamental silence. So if we pull all of this together, the ancient philosophy, the mathematics, the quantum physics, and now biology, what kind of picture of reality do we even get? You know, maybe the best metaphor is a symphony. All the things we can see and touch and think about, matter, energy, consciousness, those are the notes. But the notes can't exist without the silence between them. Shunya, the void, is that silence. It's not an absence of music. It's the foundational structure that makes the entire song possible.
And it's not just mystics and philosophers saying this. The renowned physicist David Bohm, he put it perfectly. He called the vacuum a plenum, not empty, but a space that is full of matter, the very ground for the existence of everything. The ancient sages and the quantum physicists, separated by thousands of years, somehow arrived at the same incredible conclusion.
So, we're left with this really powerful idea that nothing is actually the source of everything. But if our reality truly is this grand cosmic symphony, this incredible web of vibrations emerging from a deep silence, it leaves us with one final profound question to think about. Is that silence just a passive stage for the music? Or is it the conductor itself?